It's very difficult today for the normal American to get a job. This lady here, listen to what she has to say because she pretty much sums up what a lot of Americans are feeling right now.
To have a job in this economy is such a blessing because, oh my gosh, it's so hard to get a job. Like, even working in healthcare, how it was back in the day, they were, oh, we're looking for nurses. No, you apply 10,000 times before they even get you. And mind you, websites that are supposed to help you, like LinkedIn, they're charging people to apply for jobs. How am I unemployed and you're charging me to look for a job? Like nobody's trying to help anyone. Like, the government, the system is not even trying to help you get a job. Like, it's just every man for themselves. If you have a job, just be grateful. But hopefully you're safe at that job and you're being treated well. But to find another job is hard. Like, even getting, especially as a new grad, it was hard. I don't know how, but it was hard. Like, it's crazy out here. It's crazy.
Corporate America itself is a complete nightmare, but she sums up exactly what a lot of people are feeling, because it seems like it's corporations versus the people. They want to extract as much information, just like the AI tools, to use the people, get as much as they can. And we're going to talk about this later, but it's absolutely insane how difficult it is just to get a basic job. And I know a lot of people are struggling right here. And I know that this has gone on a while. It's just going to get worse. A lot of people are getting laid off. They're underemployed. They don't make enough of their job. They're overqualified for it. And when I lost my job, I didn't know what I was going to do either. And what I ended up doing is I started an online business. And within the first 90 days, I was able to replace my full-time income that I lost when I lost my job and go right into the business. And what I want to do is save you guys some time and money, because I know a lot of you are in that boat. I put together a blueprint that's going to walk you through the next 90 days. I want to save you time and money. So if that would be helpful for you, just click the first link in the description and go ahead and grab that. And hopefully that'll help you a lot. Now, this channel is all about providing solutions and seeing what people are saying online so we can pivot more towards a direction that's going to give us a better outcome into the future.
So the July jobs report came out this morning, and it is an absolute disaster for Trump. Not just because it showed the economy lost 22,000 jobs in July when they were expecting an addition of 80,000 jobs. Not just because they revised down May and June by another 100,000 jobs. It's a disaster because the report confirms what working Americans already know. It's just only now being shown in the data. That's that the last 18 months has been the worst 18 months for the job market since the Great Recession. By the way, I'm camping, so here's a deer. Look, it's a baby. It's so bad that one of Trump's own economic advisors thought it would be a good idea to try to explain it away by saying, don't worry, it's just because there was this weird thing where a bunch of teachers got laid off. But if you don't count that, then everything is fine. Imagine your economy being so bad that you think distracting people with laid off teachers is actually a smart idea. On top of that, this month confirms that technology employment is down 3.8% from its peak just 4 years ago, which means that in just 18 months under Donald Trump, the tech sector, which has some of the last remaining well-paying jobs, has been hit harder than it was during the Great Recession. If that's not bad enough for Trump, some of those tech layoffs won't even show up in the July report, because thousands of people who were laid off in May, just like me, they were given paid exit ramps just like me, and so we weren't officially unemployed until this summer, which means on top of everything else, the next couple of jobs reports are going to go from bad to worse.
I think it's clear at this point, because what he said about normal Americans already notice the typical things like the grocery costs, the gas costs, the housing costs, the car costs, insurance, all those different things. And it's like there's this separation between working Americans and the corporations and the government. And I think what people need to understand and really take hold of is that trust is at an all-time low. And a lot of people are going to need to pivot towards something that they have more control in. You don't have a ton of control over everything, but there's some things that you can do when you stop listening to the job reports. You stop listening to, oh, the economy's fine. No, it's not. You're going to need to figure out what to do and stop listening to the people that don't care at all about your life or your well-being whatsoever. It's very important.
60% of the American public is about to lose everything they have. People living paycheck to paycheck are about to go broke. The GDP numbers came in yesterday, and course, the economy receded, which I predicted 2 months ago, and people laughed. Mark my words, the second quarter is going to be far worse. Tariffs on Chinese products at 145% are about to kick in, which means everything you buy from China on Amazon or elsewhere is about to go through the roof. Grocery store shelves are starting to empty at Walmarts across the country, and of course, grocery prices continue to soar. People who have been financing groceries on credit are starting to default on those payments. We are about to see an economic catastrophe. If you're in this 60% that has little or no money, please stop spending money. Protect your family. Trump does not care about you. Even if you voted for him, he's a billionaire. He won't suffer, but you and your family will. Please protect yourself.
Now, when people are financing their groceries, you know things are bad. You know things are really tough, because if they're not able to pay that, now even their borrowed money for food, they're not able to even get that. So, and it's true what he said, you know, the rich, they don't care. They don't care. They live in a different bubble. But the thing is you have to look at what do we have right now, and what can you actually do about it? What skills do you have? You know, what sort of knowledge do you have that you can sell, that you can create a digital product for, or some kind of an online business or consulting? What can you do with what you already know to make money in today's world? So it's definitely tough, and to see things continue to rise where the layoffs continue to rise as well, and everybody getting squeezed and squeezed and squeezed, people are going to have to really start digging into, all right, how do we make more money outside of what we know? You're going to have to step out into something you don't know or you may have never tried before. I did that when I got laid off, because I realized that the direction I was going to go, it was a dead end anyway. And the problem now is it's getting squeezed more and more and more, and people are going to have to pivot even quicker. Plus, you got to learn some of the tools. So we got an interesting time on our hands.
Man, the economy's so bad. If you got like $10,000 in your savings right now, that's like having $100K. In terms of if you living frugally and you living below your means, you ain't out trying to blow it because you know you got it. 10K with a job now, you maintain it, that's your savings. Bro, that's like $100K. In terms of importance of how important money is right now. A lot of folks gonna come in and say, no, bro, $100K is really like 10K. No, 10K hold the same value as $100K right now. If you living frugally and you got your own everything, you paying your bills, you got your job or your career, you maintaining. That's a good savings for right now. But you can't lose a job for 2 to 3 months though. You lose a job for 2 to 3 months, you over with. You're going back down to 3K off the rip. So don't try to come in these comments talking about 100K is really 10K, bro. No. I'm talking about the level of importance, and I'm talking about for the average person. I'm not talking about y'all dudes that got a lot of money for real, which is cool. That's good if you got a lot of money. We're talking about the average American, bro. The average American, they got 10K right now. That's like 100K, bro. Off the rip. I don't care what nobody says.
What he says is so important. He's talking about the importance of that money. I can't agree more with him, what he said. And the fact of living below your means as best as possible, or you're going to need to create some extra income. I believe a lot of people are going to need to do that anyway, regardless. But the level of importance to have some kind of savings is extremely important. Even if the dollar is worth less, the fact of having something to dip into, and in case of an emergency, you know, you lose a job, that money goes by quick. That's why I highly recommend somebody start an online business. Get away from having the boss. Again, if you need help with that and you want to save some time and money, just grab the free blueprint that I put together for you. It's going to help you over the 90 days on what to do and when. And it's the same path that when I lost my job, I ended up starting an online business and I replaced the income within 90 days. And I hope this is going to be something that would be helpful for you, so you can grab it down below. Otherwise, stay strong and keep moving. We'll see you next video.